Hello, this is Marvelous Action Figures, and I'm Paul, and I am going right back to my childhood roots today because when I was a kid growing up, there were four main toy ranges that I collected. So I collected Star Wars figures, of course, because every kid in my era collected Star Wars figures. I collected the Marvel Secret Wars figures. There was very, very few of those, but they were a big, big passion of mine. And I collected G.I. Joes, or in the UK where I'm from, it was Action Force back in the day. And of course, Transformers, the incredible toy. They're robots in disguise. And I had the comics as well back in the 80s, a brilliant comic book series which accompanied those toys. So Transformers was one of my big jams. And one of the big VIPs of Transformers for me was Megatron. Absolutely love that original classic Megatron, the original badass villain when I was growing up back in the day, along with, Darth Vader and Doctor Doom. So I wanted to start a little Transformers collection, classic figures. I didn't really know where to begin, so I've had a bit of a look around. But now I'm going to go in on the 3.0 MDLX range of the classic Transformers. I'm going to start off with Megatron, and I'm going to take a little look at him in this video. Hope you enjoy it, my friends. Right, let's bring in Megatron here. Very, very excited. Look at this glorious figure. He's an absolute beauty. So this is the 3.0 MDLX range, as I say, based on that classic look. And this is, for me, this is straight out of that original cartoon back in the sort of 80s look to it. The classic Megatron look. We've had many variations over the years, but look at the detail on this figure. Absolutely glorious. So pleased with it. It's a chunky old beast, but it's not too heavy. It's full die cast. It looks glorious. It looks beautiful. The colour scheme is fantastic. Look at that face. Look at the Megatron face. It's just glorious. I love it. But only little thing I would sort of like, and there's some great articulation as you can see, is maybe the black helmeted version that you had in the comic book. But from this one straight out of the cartoons, this modern take on that version is exceptional. Looks excellent. Let's have a look at what we've got with it. So you've got the brilliant finger pointing hand there. So there's 4 extra sets of hands along with the 2 that come on the figure in the first place. Then you've got, as you can see in the pack here, you've got his fusion cannon, which comes in 2 parts. Attach those bits together. And then you've got his rocket sort of cannon that goes on his back there as well. Glorious colour scheme to it. Looks fantastic. Clips in really easily. So the hole on the back here just fits in nicely into there. It's a nice snug fit. It's really, really good. So there's no danger of that falling out. Really, really simple to put in. And actually, simplicity is the key with these figures, actually, despite the fact that they technically look so clever and so refined and so detailed. They're really, really simple to work and maneuver. So saying that, I was a little bit of fun and games putting the fusion cannon in. So it's a little bit fiddly. Once it's in, it's really well in. There's a little sort of connector on it where it just pops in, and there you can see I've got it the wrong way around. Just pops in, and then once it sits in, it's really, really super snug in there as well. So it sits on there great. There's 2 clips underneath, and those 2 clips go in on his arm. You can see there's 2 slots adjacent to it on his arm, so they clip into there very nicely. Very secure. And then you've actually got a hinge mechanism on the fusion cannon as well, so you can sort of angle it, point down, point up a bit of shooting without having to fully move the arm as well. So it sits in there really, really nicely. And again, the weight of it, the weight ratio for that figure is perfect as well. Articulation is great. Got really good, almost up to a full T-pose on the shoulders. You just got to be careful moving the metal, the boxes on the side there to not scrape it. Good bend on the elbow. For what big box chunky arms, good bend on the elbow there, so you can get that sort of fist up in that maniacal look. Good twist on the waist there as well. Moves really, really well, so you can get good sort of side motion, a really good knee bend. And it works well. And again, the beauty with these chunky feet, you've got some toe articulation at the front as well. The beauty of these chunky feet, his posing them is great because you haven't got to try and worry too much about the balance. They go really well. There he is doing the splits. Oh, now talk about those bits popping off in just a moment. But as you can see, you can really articulate the legs out well. So his sort of, sort of tunic, his pants area there, they're all separate individual little tabs, and they actually clip on much like a sort of ball joint for the hands. They fit back in, so don't panic. Those bits do come off on your version. Don't panic. They clip back in very easily, and you actually need them to move as flaps, because obviously they lift and help articulate the legs as well. So you can really get the good sort of stretch motion on the legs, and you need that sort of tunic area to sort of move out the way. So that works very well. It's so slick to move. It's really, really gorgeous figure. The articulation is excellent. It's really, really smooth, and I say it's got great weight to it. You can sort of pull it around and get it into shape properly. It stands like a dream as well. So it's it's really, really something smart. I'm really pleased that this is my first one. I have Rodimus Prime on the way, and I've got Optimus Prime on the way as well. I'm really looking forward to building just a sort of team of classic Transformers here. And again, looking at the detail on the heads, coming back to that, it is really in that sort of classic 80s era. So this is totally my jam. I'm super excited about that part of it as well. I'll just talk through the hands here as well. They clip out very easily, and again, there's a little ball joint there. I'm not too keen on these types of hands. It's sort of like the Mezco to me. I prefer the Marvel Legends ones where the pin is actually on the hands, and then you can maneuver the pin up into the arm joint. I'm always very wary about sort of forcing a hand onto an arm joint, but as you can see with this sort of grabbing maniacal hand here, it does look really good, and it works really well actually when it's on. But just be careful, they're very tiny pins. So if you are getting this figure, or if you've got this figure, I'm sure you know to just be very careful with those hand grips on it when you're forcing them in. But look at him, he's a beauty. I'm so pleased with him. He's an absolute joy to pose around. As I always love to do, put a little montage together of him at the end in this video, so hopefully you'll stick around for that and see him in action. Really, really pleased, really excited to get this range built. If you're involved, if you've got it, let me know. Please like and subscribe, drop it in the comments, and I'll see you again on another video. For me and Megatron, peace through tyranny. Bye for now.